Yeah, you had to go on your little menopause break and postpone the fight, so yeah. What about that, dog? I was ready before. You need a little break. Your tummy hurt? Your tummy hurt still?
I feel a lot better now. I feel a lot better.
Were you truly sick, or were you a little nervous about getting in the ring with JakePaul?
I was terrified. I was terrified.
I brought this deal to this old ass motherfucker. We signed the contract with Netflix, and I brought him the deal. So, you're welcome, my son. I'm gonna discipline you like a son. So shut the fuck up with all that need this, need that. We brought you the deal, and remember that too.
The stark age difference between the two fighters is hard to ignore, adding to the intrigue of this seemingly mismatched bout. The boxing community is buzzing with anticipation, seeing it as a potential reality check for the YouTube sensation turned fighter. However, there are ongoing concerns about the fight's legitimacy. Despite these doubts, Joe Rogan is confident that Mike Tyson will deliver a devastating blow to Paul. According to Rogan, JakePaul, despite his youth and emerging boxing career, is no match for Tyson. The multi-million-dollar podcaster believes that even though Tyson is older now, his knockout power remains potent enough to defeat any challenger who dares to step into the ring with him.
There's not a fucking chance in hell that JakePaul would survive against the Mike Tyson that beat Marvis Frazier. You ever watch that fight?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Mike Tyson fight, because that was Mike Tyson before he won the title. It was ABC Wide World of Sports, and Joe Frazier had been talking shit about Tyson, that if he was in his prime, he'd beat Tyson, and so he had his son fight Tyson, and it was an execution. It was an execution.
When discussing the Tyson versus Paul fight, Rogan dismissed concerns about Tyson's age of 58, emphasizing that he's still Mike Tyson. Rogan highlighted that Tyson trains with Rafael Cordero, a legendary figure in MMA and the head of King's MMA. According to Rogan, Rafael is a world-renowned trainer, and watching him hold pads for Tyson as the former champ delivers powerful strikes is proof that Tyson still possesses the ability to inflict serious damage.
His prime, where he was fucking terrifying. He was so fast, and he would do angles, and he was bobbing and weaving. You couldn't hit him, and he was just coming at you. And he was young. He was 20 years old at the time. He couldn't be stopped. No one had the solution. And I submit that Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson that won the title against Trevor Berbick, the Mike Tyson that beat Larry Holmes, I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody fucks with him. He didn't maintain that form, and he wound up losing to Buster Douglas. And I look at fighters when they're in their absolute prime.
Rogan also pointed out that in today's world of hormone replacement therapy and advanced supplements, Tyson benefits from various cutting-edge recovery techniques, including electrical muscle stimulation. He mentioned that during Tyson's preparation for the Roy Jones fight, they utilized state-of-the-art science. Rogan argued that despite Tyson being 58, he is still capable of causing serious damage. He speculated that if JakePaul were to face Tyson in the ring and see Tyson's signature bobbing and weaving, he would have a moment of realization, thinking, "Oh my God, that's really Mike Tyson."
Everything.
Yeah.
You see him hit those pads?
Absolutely.
He has not lost everything.
But he's lost some, but coming from the best,
Yeah.
he's now like maybe just normal, right?
He's still not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying even coming off the best, I still think he wins. Coming off,
it's hard to say because you never bet against a 27-year-old
No, I get it.
fighting a
I get it.
58-year-old.
I just what I have in my brain and I can't get out is that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's also his mind. Like Mike Tyson's mind has switched over into war. Like he was doing this interview, and someone said to him, he goes, "You look like you're in your 20s. Like, what are you doing?" He goes, "I just eat raw meat." Because I'm eating raw meat. He goes, "You eating raw meat?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm eating raw meat." He goes, "Because that's what I'm gonna eat when I fight. I'm gonna eat him. It's raw meat."
Yeah,
I was like, Jesus Christ, he's in this fucking mode. He's in that God of War mode, and that he's still got that in him. And I'm telling you, if you keep giving that guy hormones and you keep giving that guy supplements and he's
Ever since JakePaul entered the world of professional boxing, rumors of steroid use have trailed him. Now, with his highly anticipated bout against Mike Tyson on the horizon, medical experts are weighing in on the controversy. Additionally, many fight fans have expressed their disapproval of Jake's decision to challenge Tyson, with the combat sports community particularly concerned about the wisdom of Iron Mike stepping into the ring at this stage of his life, given his current health. Adding to the speculation, former MMA fighter Dylan Dennis hinted at the possibility that Paul is using steroids. On August 6th, Dennis shared a photo of a visibly acne-covered Jake, captioning it with "Steroids are bad, kids." New York-based physician Dr. Stuart Fisher commented that the photo is indeed suspicious, noting that steroid use can weaken the skin's integrity, making it more prone to damage, while also triggering hormonal imbalances that can cause acne and hair loss. Sports performance nutritionist Tom Coughlin also weighed in, suggesting that the problem child might have a reason to use steroids to enhance his performance, citing his TKO win against Mike Perry as an example. He added that Jake isn't subjected to the same level of scrutiny as a professional athlete when it comes to drug testing. However, neither expert believes the photo is conclusive evidence, and they agree that there's no way to definitively determine whether Jake is using steroids without testing him. Over the years, allegations of Jake's steroid use have attracted significant attention. In 2023, former UFC fighter Nate Diaz even accused Jake of using steroids. In a June lie detector test, Jake's brother, Logan Paul, questioned him about the allegations while Jake was hooked up to the machine, asking if he was using performance-enhancing drugs. If taking Viagra counts, then yes, it's performance-enhancing, brother. After Paul gave a straightforward no, the test proctor concluded that he was telling the truth. It's been suggested to Mike Tyson that his best chance of defeating JakePaul may lie in the shorter rounds. The bout between Tyson and Paul is set to be a professional match, but it will feature 6 2-minute rounds instead of the customary 3. Despite being 58 and 30 years older than Paul, former world champion Timothy Bradley is confident that Tyson still possesses the knockout power to make a significant impact. Bradley remarked, "Mike Tyson knock his ass, baby. At first I thought about it. I was like, this is kind of crazy. But then I saw the rules. It said knockouts, knockdowns, it's official. It can happen 2 minutes. That's going to favor Mike Tyson. 2 minutes instead of 3. No doubt about it. Think about it. At 2-minute drill, he comes out in the first 4 rounds like he's always blazing." He further added Mike Tyson getting him against the ropes, banging him to the body, hitting him with power shots. Come on, man, he has the potential to knock this man out. You know that power is the last thing that leaves you. This is Mike Tyson. We're talking about 2 minutes. That's all it takes. He can get knockout, knock Disney boy the hell out. Paul claimed that it was Tyson who insisted on having the fight count toward their official records. Tyson, the former undisputed heavyweight champion, hasn't competed professionally since retiring on his stool after 5 rounds against Kevin McBride in 2005. However, he did make a brief return to the ring in 2020 for an exhibition match against fellow legend Roy Jones Jr., which ended in a draw. Mike Tyson wanted it to be a pro fight. Netflix wanted it to be a pro fight, so I agreed to make it a pro fight, winner takes all. After the bout was officially announced, Paul commented, while Tyson added, "Yes, it's a real fight with JakePaul." UFC star Michael Chandler is hoping that Mike Tyson can take down JakePaul. The bout, initially scheduled for July 20th, was postponed due to Tyson's preparation being hampered by an ulcer flare-up. Although the fight date has been moved to November 15th, doubts remain about Tyson's performance, given the 30-year age difference between him and Paul. Despite these concerns, Chandler expects an entertaining fight at Dallas's AT&T Stadium, despite any potential shortcomings. JakePaul fought Mike Perry, who he outweighed by 20 olds or so, and had 4 in of height. And now it's Mike Tyson, who is 30 years older. Mike Tyson's about 60 and Jake's about 30, Chandler told Lucky Block. As for Chandler's future in combat sports, his next UFC fight remains uncertain. Dana White recently confirmed that a potential matchup with Conor McGregor won't happen in 2024, leaving Chandler's upcoming bout without a set date. He also added, "I love Mike Tyson. Nobody wants to see Mike Tyson get knocked out, but everybody wants to see Mike Tyson catch Jake Paul and knock him out. So I mean, you're going to watch it and going to watch it. It's great for fun, not taking boxing seriously. If you will fight night, and I'll probably watch it." Renowned multi-weight world champion Roy Jones Jr. has issued a stern warning to Jake Paul about the formidable challenge he faces in stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson, despite Tyson's age. Jones, who last faced Tyson in their 2020 exhibition dubbed Lockdown Knockdown, vividly recalls the raw power Tyson still possesses. When asked about the fight in an interview with Shane Mosley, Jones didn't hesitate to name Tyson as the hardest hitter he had ever encountered. Jones said, "Mike Tyson is still the strongest puncher that I've ever been in the ring with ever now. I think he's 57, maybe 58. Yet he's still the strongest puncher. The first time he hit on my chin, I felt like a mule had kicked me in my chest." Although the bout was officially declared a draw, many viewers and punch statistics suggested that Tyson actually emerged as the victor. The event was highly praised for demonstrating that thrilling matchups between retired fighters can still captivate audiences without diminishing their legacies. Jones's comments are particularly significant, given that Jake Paul is set to face Tyson in a professional bout this November. The 30-year age gap between Paul and Tyson has sparked considerable backlash, especially since the fight will feature less stringent rules. Despite the criticism, Paul has vowed to bulk up for the match, a strategy Jones supports as necessary, but not flawless. Jones commented, "If he's at 230, that can make it very interesting. Jake's not going to fight close, and he can stay away from him because Mike will close the gap too quickly. I thought he could stay away from him. I couldn't, and I know better at staying away from people than Jake is." Jones also cautioned that Paul's added strength might not be enough to keep Tyson at bay. Aware of this, Paul chose to bulk up, understanding that maintaining distance would be challenging. While he might not be able to completely avoid Tyson, he hopes his increased muscle mass will help him push Tyson back and keep him at a distance. Jones dismissed the question of whether Tyson's age would slow him down or if Paul's youth would give him an advantage, noting that such factors don't fully capture the reality of the match. The strategy of forcing Tyson to retreat is sound, as Tyson is less effective moving backward than advancing. However, Jones acknowledged that Paul has never faced a punch like Tyson's, so the outcome remains uncertain. As the fight approaches, Jones's observations add even more intrigue to the eagerly anticipated bout. Meanwhile, footage of sparring sessions between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul has surfaced, offering fans a rare glimpse into the training routines and fighting styles of both fighters. Despite his age, Tyson's performance in the sparring sessions was exceptional. He demonstrated that his skills, power, and ring intelligence remain sharp, with impressive agility, powerful punches, and a high tempo throughout the rounds, proving he is still a formidable presence in the ring. Sparring sessions between Tyson and Paul have only intensified anticipation for their upcoming official fight. Fans are more eager than ever to see these two athletes face off in a professional match. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of our other content on the screen.